Hello, I want to welcome you all. This is San Jose City College's Theater Arts Department. Without further ado, I introduce the cast and crew, thank you so much, of 20 Pounds to Happiness. Thank you.
20 Pounds to Happiness, a full-length play by Josefina Lopez. Music by Josh Freelick, lyrics by Anita Reyes.
My name is Marlene Luna. I'll be playing the role of Cari.
Caridad Alonso, 20s. Cari Alonso, a happy-go-lucky Latina who loves to sing and is working on loving herself. She has to gain 20 pounds to qualify for the gastro bypass surgery.
My name is Noah Cervantes. I'll be playing the role of Manny.
Manny Marquez, late 20s. Tall, handsome, fit, a DJ, falls in love with Cari when he hears her sing.
My name is Joanna Garcia, and I'm going to be playing the role of Raquel.
Raquel Reyes, late 20s, Latina, 110 pounds overweight, is Cari's best friend.
Jovita Molina, Judy.
Judy Mendoza, late 20s, Latina, 105 pounds overweight, is desperate to be thin.
Hi, I'm Neka Ajaki. I'll be playing the role of Sheila.
Sheila Brown, late 30s, African-American, married, 90 pounds overweight.
Hi, my name is Valeria Herrera, and I'll be playing the role of Inez.
Inez Alonso, late 40s, Latina, overly concerned about Cari never getting married, so she puts her down to motivate her to lose weight.
Hi, my name is Aisen Vasquez, and I will be playing Gina.
Gina Tormenta, 20s, hyper-sexy social media influencer who is Manny's ex-girlfriend.
My name is Courtney Ingersoll. I'll be playing the role of Natalie.
Natalie Valdez, 30s, Latina, 40 pounds overweight, group leader of the Real Women Have Curves support group.
My name is Casper Shan. I'm gonna play in Nurse and Waitress.
Time, the present. Act 1, Scene 1. A video plays of a selfie of a hyper-sexy Latina social media influencer named Gina Tormenta at the beach wearing a tiny bikini.
Hi everybody, Gina here, trying to get a tan. Oh my god, I feel so fat. Yesterday I was so depressed I pigged out and had nachos, so I hope I don't look fat. Don't want anyone thinking I'm a whale. Talking about whales, no, bikinis are not for everyone, ladies. Anyways, I'm here trying to recover from my loss, trying to be strong. I can't believe my boyfriend cheated on me. Okay, don't want to say too much about it, but please like and share.
Lights fade in on a community center where a Real Women Have Curves support group is taking place.
Gracias, Sylvia. That was great. Who would like to go next?
I would, yo. I'm next.
Oh, good.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate all your support. And because of your support, I now have courage to look at myself in the mirror. Thank you. I'm not ashamed of myself anymore. I'm going out, doing things, and I don't care what my parents or coworkers say. I love myself, and the hell with anyone who doesn't like it.
That's right, Raquel. You be strong and keep going. We're here for you, girl. Who else has something to share? Cari, you haven't shared in a while. What's going on with you? Come on, Cari. Don't be shy. We're all friends here.
Oh. All right. I'm really happy for Raquel and Lupe, but you all know that I've accepted my body and myself too, but that's easy for me as it has been for the rest of you. That's why I'm here on a Friday night. I'm here for your support. I went to my doctor who told me I was obese and I had to lose weight, or I could become a diabetic. I was so embarrassed that I could become diabetic. I mean, he just said it so matter-of-factly. I felt like crap. You know, I've tried everything to lose weight, and now I might get diabetes?
We're here for you.
That's right.
I know, it's just, I wish you could support me at home. Maybe that way my mother would stop telling me I'm fat. I tell her I'm not fat, that I'm full-figured, that real women have curves. She says that's just a nice way to say fat and to stop kidding myself.
Fíjate.
That's too bad.
If my father wasn't dead and I wasn't an only child, I would move out of that house so fast. But I can't. She would be all alone and I would never hear the end of it. Calling me fat is bad enough. Who knows what she'd call me if I left. But I'm okay. I know that with your help, I'll get through this. If I don't kill her first.
Of course you'll make it, Kari. That's what we're here for, to support each other. Thank you for sharing, Kari.
Yeah.
But let's end the night on a positive note. Who hasn't shared? Judy, you haven't shared. Come on, help us end on a high note. Ladies, let's give Judy some love.
Come on, Judy.
Okay. Hi. I've also come to accept myself. I've come to accept that I'm fat.
No, that's not true.
You're not fat.
I used to be like you. I thought bigger was better, more to love, right? But more cushion for the pushing. But no, Gotti's mother's right. We're fat. Let's face it. I did. Last week I wore a beautiful new miniskirt. I casually walked by the guard station to let Vinny, the security guard, check me out. I wanted to give him a nudge so that he'll hurry up and ask me out. I walked by him and it worked. I got his attention all right. He couldn't keep his eye off me. Vinny lost his eye in a tragic tequila accident. He liked what he saw, so I decided to give him a grand finale. I accidentally, on purpose, dropped a folder, making sure Vinny was looking, and I slowly bent over to pick it up and fell on my face. I was so embarrassed. I tried to stand, but I couldn't get up. 2 guys from the mailroom had to help me, and then it happened. My skirt ripped. It was horrible. I was so mortified. But even worse was that stupid skinny bitch in accounting, Lydia, saw the whole thing and burst out laughing. She was laughing and asking Vinny if he saw what happened. He couldn't or wouldn't look at me. I just ran away and went home.
That's awful.
Oh no.
It wouldn't have happened if I wasn't fat. I don't care what you call it. Full-figured, plus-size, big and beautiful, curvy. Real women have curves. Admit it. We're real women with fat. Look. Oh. I'm going to do something about it. I'm not going to be fat anymore. I just found out that I have an uncle in Tijuana who's a surgeon at a veterans hospital. He specializes in gastric bypass surgery. I will lose 100 pounds with that operation. He'll even do it for me at a discount price, $8,000. But I don't have $8,000, and it's the lowest that he can go because of the hospital and staff costs. But for $8,000, he can get the operating room and nurses for a whole day. So for me, he's willing to do a 4-for-1 deal. That's $8,000 total for me and 3 of you. Think about it. It's only $2,000 each. But we have to hurry because he's retiring in a month.
Judy, I'm sure we're all sorry that you've had such a bad experience, but we don't need that. We don't need society to dictate what we should look like. Remember, we are real women. We have curves and we are larger than life. Judy, you don't need that.
Shut up, Natalie! What do you know? You still can buy clothes off the rack at Target.
I have weight issues too.
Weight issues, my ass. You can see your choncha in the mirror without having to lift 100 pounds of fat out of the way. I'm doing this. I'm tired of being stared at. I'm tired of being a freak. Who's with me?
Sign me up. I don't have $2,000, but I'll get it if it kills me.
Raquel, you can't be serious. What happened to accepting yourself the way you are?
I could accept myself being 100 pounds lighter too.
That's right, girl. I'm in too.
Okay, that's 3 of us. We just need 1 more. Come on, who wants to be normal?
I don't know.
Poor thing, she's lost it.
Damn, $2,000, that's not bad.
But in Mexico, though.
I wish I had 1,000.
Ladies, this is crazy. You don't need surgery to feel good about yourselves. We are fine the way we are. We are vibrant, beautiful women. We are normal.
Yes, we are, but I want to be thin for once in my life. I'm in.
Wait, we're not finished. Just because these women are weak and have bought into society's definition of beauty doesn't mean we have to.
The remaining women gather their things and walk to the door with their heads lowered.
Oh, yes. Look at the time. It is getting late. See you here same time next week. Think positive, ladies. Love yourselves.
A last group of women slowly walk past them, stone-faced, emotionless, like zombies, and exit out of the door.
I hope you're all happy. Traitors.
Don't let her get to you. We need to do what's right for us. There's just one thing. Raquel, what are you, like about 100 pounds overweight?
Well...
Raquel, this is no time to be shy. We're in this together. We're sisters now.
Yeah, okay. I'm about 110 pounds over.
Okay, good. Sheila, what about you?
Oh, I'm about 50 pounds overweight.
Sheila.
I mean, 90 pounds or so overweight.
That's what I thought. And you, Kari, how much are you over?
I don't know, maybe 80 pounds over? Is there a problem?
Well, for this type of surgery, you have to be at least 100 pounds overweight. You two aren't eligible for the surgery.
What? What do you mean?
Relax. All I'm saying is that it might be risky for you since you're less than 100 pounds overweight. So you'll just have to get off your diets and gain weight. And don't tell me you're not on diets. Hell, I am. I hate Natalie's on one too. Just think of it this way. You're only 20 pounds to happiness.
Scene 2. Lights fade in on Kari's mother's tiny house. Kari's mother is sitting on the couch wearing a nightgown and glasses. She's reading a magazine while a TV turned to the Home Shopping Network drones on in the background.
Looks like somebody had a good time at Weight Watchers. Did someone smuggle in some churros?
Why do you have to be so hateful, Mama? Okay, they're fat. I'm fat. I know. Is that what you wanted to hear? Are you happy now? I'm fat.
You don't have to yell. I'm just trying to be a good mother and help.
Help? How are you helping? By making me feel like a freak every day? You're going to help me into a nervous breakdown.
Ay, Caridad, don't exaggerate. I tell you these things because those girls in your group don't want to tell you the truth. You need to lose weight or get diabetes like your father. Those girls don't want you to lose weight. They want you to stay fat so you can sit around with them and they can feel good about themselves.
Mama, that's the whole point of a support group.
Oh, mija, I'm sorry. Is that being overweight is not healthy? Your father was big. Look what happened to him.
Mama, Dad got hit by a bus crossing the street.
Yeah, but if he was thin, he could have jumped out of the way.
Ay, Dios mío. I'm going to have an operation on my stomach. Gastric bypass surgery.
Surgery? What are you talking about?
One of the girls in my group has an uncle that does that surgery. He's giving her a group rate. So me, her, and 2 other girls are going to have their surgery on the same day. What's wrong, Mama?
Surgery is serious. I don't know. I think I like you better sitting around with those girls and talking about being big and beautiful.
Don't worry. It'll be fine, Mama. All I have to do is gain some weight first.
What?
I have to be 100 pounds overweight to have the surgery, so I need to gain 20 pounds.
No wonder. Leave it to the fat girls to find a way to lose weight by gaining weight.
Scene 3. Lights fade in at the Oasis karaoke bar and all-you-can-eat buffet. Kari, Judy, Sheila, and Raquel sit at a table with various dishes of food from the buffet surrounding them.
After that, there was no way I was going to tell my mom that the surgery was in Tijuana, or ask her for a loan.
Damn. How much do you have?
500 right now?
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I have 800.
I have 1,400 in savings.
Right now, I have 1,500. I still need another 500. Altogether, that makes 4,200. That means we need to raise 3,000. We have to get it. I need this surgery.
What if we do a GoFundMe, right? GoFundMe campaign to raise funds, huh?
Oh, wait. People are gonna know we are fat and broke? I'd be embarrassed if anyone found out. That's just crazy. No, we can't. No fundraising campaign or social media. Got it?
Calm down. Don't worry, Judy. We'll get it, right?
Yeah, we'll get it.
Oh, how? We need to get it like fast.
We could rob a liquor store. They have less security. Besides, we don't need that much. What?
No. Right, Judy?
I mean, what? Rob a liquor store? Shut up. That's just crazy.
Look, I have $1,500 in a CD in the bank. That's going to mature in like 5 weeks. I was saving it to move out of my mother's house one day, but I'll use that and I'll have my $2,000.
Oh, good. Okay, that's great. But then we'll still need 2,300. Think. What can we do?
The girls sit in silence, unsure what to say, avoiding eye contact with Judy. Kari moves the food on her plate from side to side. Raquel chews her thumbnail. Sheila moves the peas on her plate with a spoon. Judy sits stone-faced, racking her brain.
Don't worry, Judy. We'll find the money.
Sure we will.
Of course we will.
Okay. In the meantime, stop playing with your food and eat it. You have to put on some pounds.
They all laugh.
I'm serious.
The girls stop laughing. Kari and Sheila quickly scoop up big mouthfuls of food and put them in their mouths. Even Raquel takes a big mouthful of food. Scene 4. Later. There is now a crowd of people. Everyone is drinking and having a good time. Judy, Raquel, Sheila, and Kari continue eating, but now they are each holding up a cocktail drink.
To us.
Yeah, to us.
I needed that. Look, I'm sorry that I was so intense earlier. It's just that I really want this. I need this.
It's okay. We understand.
We get it.
And we'll get the rest of the money. We have time.
We don't have that much time. I spoke with my uncle today. He said that he's definitely retiring in a month. It's May now, so that means we have until June 15th to get him the money so he can get the operating room by June 30th. That'll give us just enough time to gain the rest of your weight.
Wow, this is really happening. I know we'll get the money. I'll get my share one way or another, even if I have to get a job driving for Uber at night or delivering cannabis.
Me too. I'll get a side job if I have to and hustle.
I'll have mine in a few weeks, like I said. Relax. Okay, Judy?
Okay.
Don't worry, Judy. Let's relax for now and have a little fun.
Kari, you are up. Let's give Kari a hand. Here we go. Ready, Kari?
Oh, I think I'm up for karaoke. Here I go.
Kari chugs her martini and stands.
Let's give Kari a hand. Here we go. Ready, Kari?
I'm ready, karaoke DJ. Wait. That's not it. You must have me confused with someone who's had their heart broken. Baby, I'm a heartbreaker.
The crowd laughs and applauds. The DJ plays another song.
That's right. I will take you on a ride. Make you a bad boy. If you can handle it. I am not the girl who sits alone at home. No, baby, I am the one that you whisk off to roam. It really doesn't matter if people think that's cold. I'd rather be bold until I'm shriveled up and old. I've got everything I need. I know exactly who I am. I am a woman who is real with more to feel. I'm gonna work whatever I got. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna live the life I've got. My passion can't be bought. I'm gonna groove it before I lose it. I'm gonna work whatever I got. I'm not missing anything. There is no peace I need to feel. I am a woman who is whole and I've got soul. Yeah, I gotta work whatever I got. Don't need to fake it, no one can take it. I'm gonna drop it 'cause I'm hot. My realness can't be bought. I'm gonna move it, I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work whatever I got. Oh, yeah.
Kari sings her heart out. The crowd breaks into cheers. Manny Marquez has been filming Kari's incredible performance. He puts down his phone to cheer and applaud Kari with the crowd. The entire crowd erupts in cheers, whoops, and applause. Manny gives her a standing ovation.
That was awesome.
Wow, Kari, where did that come from?
Damn, girl, I didn't know you were the Boyle Hearts idol.
You need to drink more often.
And those moves. Where are you going to shake it like that?
I had to pee. I still have to. I'll be right back.
Kari makes her way across the bar to the ladies' room next to the bar. Along the way, members of the crowd congratulate Kari as she passes them. She politely nods and smiles to them, but doesn't stop and quickens her pace. As she passes the bar, Manny, still seated at the bar, stops her.
That was great. You were awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I was wondering if I could buy you a drink. My name is Manny.
Manny stands and extends his hand to Kari. They shake hands.
Hi, I'm Kari. Sure, I'd love a drink.
Great. Here, sit down.
Manny motions for her to sit on his vacant stool, which is snugly between two other people. Kari smiles and attempts to sit on Manny's stool. She tries to get in from the left side, but accidentally pushes the person on the left, almost spilling their drink. She smiles at Manny, then tries to sit down from the right side, but can't squeeze past the person on the other side, on the right. Kari steps back and turns to Manny and opens her mouth, but before she can speak, he pulls the stool out from the bar.
There you go. What do you have?
Oh, an apple martini.
An apple martini. Is singing your thing?
Oh, I don't know. I like it, but I could never do it professionally.
Are you kidding? You just did a professional show, and you're great.
That's just the alcohol.
I don't know. You sounded...
What about you? What are you doing here?
I'm a DJ, and sometimes I fill in when their DJ is off. I also spin at some of the clubs downtown. I do some promoting, but tonight I just came to chill.
You're a DJ? How cool. That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's fun, but not as exciting as being a singer. Who do you sing with?
Raquel walks past Kari and Manny.
With my friends every once in a while.
Really?
Manny puts his hand on Kari's leg. Raquel stops behind Manny and catches Kari's eyes by exaggerating a look of surprise as she watches Manny slide his hand along Kari's leg. Raquel mouths, "Ooh," then walks to the bathroom.
Come on, you don't sing with the group or perform on your own?
No, I'm just an office manager.
No way. I can't believe you don't sing professionally. You have such a great voice. That voice needs to be heard.
Oh, it gets heard every day at work, keeping everybody moving. Then at night with my mom. Ay, my mom.
Sounds like she's a handful.
Raquel exits the bathroom, then points to her watch and mouths, "We're leaving soon."
That's a nice way of saying it.
Kara looks over to the table where she was sitting and sees Judy, Raquel, and Sheila gathering their purses.
It looks like my ride is leaving. It was really nice meeting you.
No, it was nice to meet you too. I had a great time talking with you. I wish you didn't have to leave. I know we just met, but I could give you a ride. That way we could talk a little longer.
Scene 5. Lights fade in on Manny's apartment. Kari and Manny are both asleep, half naked.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
Manny kisses Kari but kisses her hair instead of her face. He uncovers Kari's face. Kari turns away.
No, my makeup is gone. I look terrible.
No, you don't. Let me see.
Manny gently pulls her face to his and brushes her hair away from her face.
Beautiful.
They kiss. Manny's watch beeps, and Kari abruptly stops kissing and jerks her head away.
What time is it?
Manny searches his coffee table and pulls the watch put from under out from under several cases of vinyl records. He checks the time.
It's 6.
6 a.m.?
Yes.
Oh no, I gotta go.
No, don't you want to have breakfast?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, but I have to go before...
Before your boyfriend notices you're gone?
No.
Husband?
No, it's not like that.
Girlfriend?
No, my mother. I live with her. If she finds out I was out all night, I'll never hear the end of it.
But you're an adult.
You don't know my mother. Adult or not, she'll ask a million questions and will go on and on for days. She's like a dog with a bone and won't let it go. And no, I'm not calling my mother a bitch. Believe me, it's better if she thinks I was home early.
I see.
Look, it's not going to be this way for long. I'm going to get my own place soon. I have to. Thanks for understanding.
Sure. Hey, meet me for lunch?
What?
Meet me for lunch today. Come on, we had a great time, didn't we? I don't want to have to wait to see you again. Please?
Okay, but now I have to go.
Lights fade in on Kari's mother's house.
Hello? Hey, Raquel. Yeah, I made it. I just got home a little while ago.
You spent the night with that guy, you hope. I'm so fucking jealous.
I didn't mean to. You know I don't sleep around. Not that I've had many opportunities, but anyway, we really connected, and then one thing led to another. It happened so fast, but it just felt so right to be with him.
I bet. I would have felt right with him too. How was it?
It was wonderful.
Yeah. Come on, give me the cheese, man. I want details.
It was the best sex I ever had.
I hate you.
Hey, I told my mom I spent the night at your place, just in case she asks, okay?
What is this, high school? You're an adult. It's none of her business.
Come on, you know my mom. I don't want the third degree about who he is and what he does, or worse, being called a puta.
Well, speaking of that, who is he and what does he do?
His name is Manny. He's a DJ that works there sometimes, but he's mostly a club DJ and a promoter. Hello?
I'm here.
What?
I don't know. He's a DJ. He knows a lot of women. I hope he wasn't using you. Do you think you'll ever hear from him again?
Damn, thanks a lot, Raquel.
All I'm saying is that this guy sounds like a player. I don't want to see you get hurt, sweetheart.
For your information, I'm meeting him for lunch today.
You are?
Yes, I am. I need to get ready. I don't want to be late.
That's great. Oh no, we're meeting today to figure out the DJ arrangements, remember?
Oh yeah, just let me know what you decide. I'm sure it'll be fine. I gotta go.
Okay, hey Kari, there's a video of you singing online. OMG, it's had almost 1 million views. I'm going to text it to you, okay? Bye.
Okay, I'll check it out. Bye.
Kari plays the video. On the screen is Kari singing her heart out at the Oasis karaoke bar and all-you-can-eat buffet. The following comments appear on the screen. Fat pig. She's not a heartbreaker, she's a hog. You're too fat to be talented. Stop singing and kill yourself. There are positive ones too, but the barrage of negative comments about her weight overwhelm her until she turns it off and cries. Scene 6. Lights fade in at the Connie and Blythe restaurant. Manny sits at a table inside the trendy restaurant. Artwork from local artists hangs on the walls. The restaurant is full of Echo Park hipsters and Hollywood scenesters, beautiful people dressed in trendy clothes. Kari, sad and frowning, enters the restaurant. Manny sees her and waves her to his table. They greet each other with a hug and a kiss on the lips.
Hi, how are you? I'm so glad you made it.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for coming out. I know it was short notice, but I needed to see you today. Is something wrong?
No.
Are you sure? That didn't sound too convincing.
Look, what happened last night, maybe it was the alcohol, but I don't sleep around. I don't know if that's what you're used to.
No, I'm not.
A waitress approaches the table.
Okay then. If you asked me here, a public place, a crowded public place.
Hello? Woot.
To tell me that you never want to see me again, I'd rather get it over with now before we order.
And I'll be right back.
Whoa, where did that come from? Last night you were all smiles and laughs, and now you're acting like it's the end of the world.
Manny reaches across the table and holds Kari's hand.
Babe, I know we just met and things are moving fast, but the little I know about you I like. I can't wait to get to know you better.
Really?
Absolutely. You're a fantastic girl. I know that there's some kind of rule that a guy's supposed to wait a few days before calling after meeting a girl the previous night, but I couldn't wait to see you again.
Oh, that's so sweet. I feel like an idiot. I shouldn't have listened to my friends.
Friend? What'd your friend say?
Nothing. You know, she meant well, but she just wanted me to be careful. Girls like me don't have the best luck in love. So I thought maybe she was right and you were going to dump me.
Dump you?
Manny walks around the table and kisses her passionately. The hipsters stare. Manny stops kissing her. Kari takes a few deep breaths.
Oh, and you're on the guest list for my DJ gig tonight. Be there.
Manny kisses Kari again. The waitress looks on from the kitchen doorway.
Looks like a fat cupid just earned his wings.
Scene 7. Lights fade in at the all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant. Judy, Raquel, and Sheila are sitting at the table eating. They are slowly picking at the food on their plates. Kari enters wearing a stylish, form-fitting dress and approaches the table.
There she is. I thought you forgot about us.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm late. I have a short lunch today because I have to leave work early to take my mom to the doctor's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is she all right?
Oh, she's fine. It's just a checkup.
Well, that's good.
That's a pretty sexy outfit for a doctor's office.
This is all I had clean. I hadn't had a chance to do laundry or go to the cleaners.
Really? Why? Ow.
I've been working late.
Okay. Well, I was telling the girls that I spoke to my uncle and he's booked the surgery for June 30th. That means he absolutely needs that money by June 15th. Oh, and has everyone asked for time off?
Yes, I have, and they said okay.
Good.
I can't ask until my supervisor gets back in town next week, but it shouldn't be a problem.
It better not be.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Gotti, aren't you going to get something to eat?
No, I'll pick something up on the way and on the way back to work and just eat it at my desk.
Mm-hmm. You know you don't like, look like you gained any weight at all. You know, you look like you lost weight.
I haven't lost weight.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like you've gained any weight either. You still look like you need to gain about 20 pounds. You still want the surgery, right?
Yeah, I do.
Then you need to gain the weight. It might be Mexico, but they still follow the rules.
She'll gain the weight, right, Gotti?
Yeah, of course.
See, Judy, don't worry. She just looks thinner in this new dress. Ha, Kari?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. It's just that we're getting closer, and I'm afraid that something might go wrong. The surgery means so much to me, to us.
Nothing's going to go wrong. We have more than half of the money now, and we'll have the rest by June 15th. That's less than 2 weeks away. Plus, we have our time off scheduled almost.
Right, we're good to go. Relax or you'll give yourself a heart attack and your uncle will have to give you a heart bypass instead. Don't worry. Speaking of money, here's the rest of what I owe, $600.
Raquel hands Judy the envelope from her scrapbook.
Oh, good.
Judy opens the envelope and rifles through the cash.
This is all 20s and 10s. Where did you get this? You haven't been robbing people, have you?
No. I've been saving a little extra here and there. I call it my reward money. I've been planning on rewarding myself with an original designer dress when I got down to a size 4. So far, I haven't met my goal, but after the surgery, I will. The dress can wait, but the surgery can't. Besides, after the surgery, I'll be so thin, I can wear anything I want and get any guy I want to look at me.
Bye, girls. Let's meet again next week, okay?
Okay.
Gotti, I forgot to ask. When are you getting the money from your CD?
It matures June 13th. I'll be able to get it by then.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Hey, pendeja, why'd you kick me?
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to say something about Manny. I don't want them to know.
Are you serious? So what if they know?
You saw how Judy's getting all paranoid? I don't want her to think I'm having second thoughts now that
you're seeing someone in a relationship? It's okay, you can say it.
Kari makes a faint smile.
I guess I'm a little paranoid too. I'm afraid I'll jinx it if I say the R word.
You're funny. I guess it's been a really long time since you've been in one, huh?
Yeah.
Me too. Hey, have you told him about the surgery?
It hasn't come up.
Don't you think you should tell him? I mean, it's not like we're going to the dentist to get our teeth cleaned.
I know. I'm just waiting for the right time, that's all.
Scene 8. Lights fade in on Manny's apartment. Manny and Kari sort cables, putting vinyl records in milk crates and securing other DJ equipment.
Thanks for helping me, baby. I really appreciate it. I just hope you won't be bored. This isn't like my usual gigs at the Fuse Box, but it's good money.
I don't mind. I'm sure aerospace engineers know how to have fun, especially at an awards banquet with alcohol. Hopefully they won't get drunk and try to send a rocket to Uranus.
Manny turns with a smirk and bumps into Kari's side.
I'm sorry. Are you all right?
He rubs her side and kisses her.
I'm okay.
Sorry, it's such a tight squeeze in here.
It's my fault for being so big and...
Fine.
Okay. Thank you. But you don't have to be nice.
I'm not being nice.
Cut it out, Manny. Be honest. I know I'm thick.
Look, I know you're not skinny, but that doesn't matter to me. You
Manny touches his hand to Kari's heart.
matter to me. Have you been worrying about your weight?
Maybe a little. I mean, look at you. What do you see in me?
Manny hugs Kari.
Oh, baby, I see so much.
Kari pulls away from Manny and stares him in the eyes.
So much beauty. You're a talented, intelligent, beautiful woman.
Kari hugs Manny.
You're perfect, baby, the way you are. If anything, I think you've lost weight since we met. Too much weight.
What?
Yeah, baby. Lose any more and you'll be as skinny as those groupie hoes at the club.
But I thought you liked that.
Please. Has that been on your mind? Baby, those are little girls. You're a woman.
Manny embraces Kari and passionately kisses her.
Since we're being honest and talking about things that have been on our mind, I want to ask you something.
Yeah?
I know we've been together for very long, but I think we have something really good going here.
So do I.
Good, because I think we should move in together.
What?
Yeah, we should move in together. My lease is up at the end of this month, and this place is too cramped even for a rat, let alone me. Plus, you said you wanted to move out and get your own place.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the perfect time. I know this is sudden, but the timing couldn't be more perfect. It'll be great. We can move our relationship to the next level. What do you say? Is that a yes? You'll move in with me?
Yeah. Yes. Let's move in together.
Manny embraces Kari and kisses her.
I'm so happy. This is gonna be so great. I'm so happy.
Manny's watch beeps. He lets go of Kari and looks at his watch.
Me too.
Oops, it's getting late. I better start loading the car.
He picks up a box with records and accidentally drops a photo album. She picks it up and stares at the photo.
What do you have there? Gotti? Let's see.
Kari turns and shows him.
This is Gina, my ex.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
You two look very happy.
we were for a while.
Manny gently takes the photo album from Kari's hand and places it on a nearby shelf.
That's all in the past. Sorry. I didn't know I had that. I thought she took it.
Manny picks up a cable and stares at it.
That's okay. It doesn't bother me. How long were you two together?
About 3 years.
3 years? That's a long time. It looked serious. What happened?
Manny puts down the electronic component and looks at Kari.
She left me for someone who could further her career.
Career?
Yeah, she was a influencer, actress, model.
I believe it.
One night, at one of my gigs, she met a producer who said he could help her. Next thing I know, she's leaving me for this guy, just like that.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
She puts her head on his shoulder.
I guess it was a matter of time anyway. Guys were always hitting on her at the clubs, asking her to dance, buying her drinks, and I was always stuck in the DJ booth. One of them finally had something to offer her.
Poor baby.
She kisses his cheek.
How long ago did you guys break up?
Let's see. 2 months ago.
2 months ago?
Yeah. What?
What? We've been together for 2 weeks.
That's right. 2 amazing weeks.
You don't see a problem jumping into another relationship right after a breakup? On the rebound?
No, it wasn't right after. It was like 4 weeks later.
That's a month. A month later.
Baby,
That's nothing.
Baby, relax. I love you.
Do you?
Of course I do.
I love you too.
Manny takes Kari back in his arms and kisses her with a passion that heats her body.
Well, it's just...
Just what?
Manny kisses her again with the same ardor.
It just seems so sudden. You were just with Gina.
Gina's long gone, baby. She's history. It's just you and me, okay?
Manny takes the photo album and flings it across the room.
Okay.
Good.
They kiss.
I even know a nice place with a vacancy. We just need $3,000 for the move-in. I'm getting paid for a few gigs soon, so I can put in the $1,500. Can you get $1,500?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's great, baby.
Manny checks his watch again.
We better get going before, or we'll get late.
He bends down and picks up several electrical cables.
Baby, I'm so excited. Living together is going to be great. I can't wait.
Manny exits the apartment. Kari smiles as he leaves. She turns and sees her reflection in a wall mirror. She smiles.
I really am fine the way I am.
We'll have a big party after we move in at the end of June. We'll invite all our friends.
Kari gasps, and her smile becomes a look of horror as her eyes bulge and she covers her mouth.
June? Friends? Uh-oh.
End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. Lights fade in on Raquel's apartment. Judy, Raquel, and Sheila are weighing themselves.
You did it! You gained 15 pounds!
I knew you could do it.
You're over 100 pounds overweight. Congratulations.
It's about time.
You made it.
I was getting worried. We haven't heard much from you these past couple of weeks.
But she's here now. We just weighed Sheila and she made the weight. She gained 15 pounds.
Come on, Gotti, help on the scale.
She doesn't want to. Do you, Gotti? You haven't gained any weight, have you? You look the same. Maybe even a little lighter.
Of course she gained weight.
Yeah, that black dress makes her look thinner. Right, Gotti?
Uh-huh. You should be, what, 235 pounds now? Get on the scale.
It's okay, Gotti.
Get on the scale.
She'll get on the scale. Right, Gotti?
Kari shrugs and waves her hands in the air in an enough gesture and steps on the scale. Judy, Raquel, and Sheila crowd around the scale. They watch the arrow slowly spin around the face of the scale. Kari takes a deep breath and squints at the scale as if it's going to explode in her face. The arrow continues moving and finally stops. Raquel and Sheila gasp. Kari hangs her head.
Okay, here's the deal.
Raquel and Sheila cheer and hug Kari. Judy releases a deep breath of anxiety and smiles as blood returns to her face. Kari gets on the scale.
You did it.
I'm so
I knew
happy
it.
you
See,
did
Judy?
it.
I did?
You did it! I was so worried. I thought you looked lighter than 235.
Thanks, I guess.
Really, I'm so sorry. It's just that you haven't been around much. I thought you changed your mind.
Oh, haha.
I'm glad you're all here because I have some news. My uncle had to push the surgery to June 27th. The hospital building got sold and it's gonna be knocked down soon. Can you change your schedules? I finally got my 500. I'm gonna have to babysit for my cousin's mocosos for a year, but it's worth it.
I have a lot of vacation time. That's not a problem.
Fuck it. If they don't let me change my schedule, they can fire me. I'm down.
Kari just nods silently.
Good. Okay, so here's the deal. Sheila, Gotti, I need your money by Friday. Really, I need it now, but I can wait till Friday, but I have to have it till then on Friday because I'm gonna go to TJ on Saturday to give it to my uncle. If he doesn't get it Saturday, the whole thing is gonna be called off. Gotti, your CD matures tomorrow on the 15th, right?
Yes.
Good. All right. Here are the details for our surgery.
Judy hands them packets of paper.
This is all the info with the time, the location, the contact info, and even a map. Sheila, when can you get me the money?
I was already planning on giving it to you today.
Sheila reaches into her handbag and pulls out a check. She looks at the check for a moment.
Here you go. $1,200.
Wow, a cashier's check for the whole thing. You didn't have to count your pennies or recycle cans like Raquel.
Very funny. Who told you?
You already had this money in the bank, didn't you? What was it for?
For my husband.
Husband?
You're gonna buy a husband? Just find someone who needs papers. They'll pay you.
I'm already married.
What?
I didn't know you were married.
Then why were you trying to buy another husband?
I wasn't trying to buy another husband. I am trying to keep this one.
When did you get married? Like over the weekend?
I've been married for like 13 years.
13 years?
Why didn't you ever say anything?
There's always so much drama going on at these meetings and all of this. I don't know.
Why don't you wear your ring?
I used to, but I got too fat. I had to take it off because it was cutting on my circulation.
Why don't you just get it resized?
Because I wanted to lose the weight, but it hasn't worked. Avery said, he's my husband. He said it doesn't matter, that he loves me. I wasn't sure I loved me, though. So I joined the group. Everything seemed to be going well, but last year, he started working last-minute extra shifts. Sometimes on the weekends, too. I have a feeling something's going on, but I don't know what.
Maybe it's just your imagination. 13 years is a long time. Maybe you guys are in a rut.
That's what I thought, too. So I've been saving on the side for a deep-sea fishing trip to Cabo.
You like to go deep sea fishing?
No, I get seasick in a bathtub. But he loves it. He hasn't been able to go in a long time. I thought this would make a nice trip for us to spend some alone time together.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, but I think he might like me skinny again better. So, there it is.
Don't worry, Sheila. He'll love the new you and start using his fishing pole on you again. Gotti, what's the matter?
Nothing.
You sure? There isn't a problem with the money, is there? You're still getting it, right?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Good.
But
But what, Kari?
it's Manny.
I knew it.
Manny.
Who's Manny?
This playa she's been going out with.
He's not a playa.
What's happening?
Manny is.
Manny is my boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
I'm getting dizzy with all of these announcements.
Who is he? Where did he come from?
He's the guy from the Oasis, the karaoke bar and buffet.
Oh, him. Congratulations, girl.
What about him? What does that have to do with your money?
It means we're moving in together and I need to use the money for us to get a new apartment instead of getting the surgery.
Yani la fiega.
What are you talking about? What happened to losing weight? To not wanting to be fat anymore?
Look, I'm sorry. I really am. I know how much this surgery means to you, to all of you. Plus, weight doesn't matter to Manny.
It doesn't?
No. And he doesn't want me to lose weight. Manny likes me the way I am.
Yeah, right. He loves that you're spending your surgery money on getting him an apartment.
On getting us an apartment. He doesn't know about the surgery. I never told him about it.
You didn't?
Why not?
Did you ever want the surgery?
Yes, I did. But
Kari.
You made a deal, Kari. We need your money.
I'm sorry. This is the first chance I've had to tell you. It just happened so fast.
What about us? What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe your uncle can lower the price now that there's only 3 of you?
Doesn't work that way. There's nurses and equipment and it's all kinds of things.
What about asking another one of the ladies from the support group?
They all hate us. We've been banned from that support group.
You're going to ruin my marriage.
I'm sorry, Sheila. Sheila, I'm sorry.
How could you do this to us?
I didn't know this was going to happen. I never thought I'd find love, but I have. He loves me, and I love him. I don't want to blow this chance.
Judy turns and runs away.
Way to go, Kari. I hope you two will be very happy together. I hope you find a very big apartment.
Raquel.
Raquel turns and runs after Judy. Scene 2. Lights fade in on Manny's apartment. Kari and Manny are at opposite ends of the spacious living room in their bright, new, spacious apartment. They are surrounded by several open and unopened cardboard moving boxes, which are stacked chest high. Manny pulls electronic components out of a box. Kari is expressionless and stares into space as she reaches into a box and pulls out a blanket. She holds it without looking at it. Manny puts a record player down and walks over to Kari.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, what? Oh, me neither.
Believe it, baby.
Manny hugs Kari from behind and kisses her cheek.
We're starting a whole new life. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Manny turns Kari around to face him.
Don't sound so excited. Are you okay?
Yes. It's just my mom.
I thought you said she was all right.
Yeah, she said she is, but I don't know. She's tough on the outside, but
Don't worry. We're only 10 minutes away.
yeah.
Is there something else?
What? Oh, no. I was just thinking about my friends, that's all.
Have you spoken to them lately?
No. Let's finish unpacking. I didn't realize how much stuff we have.
Kari reaches into an open box without looking and pulls out Manny and Gina's photo album. She stares at it.
What's this? I thought you threw this away.
Yeah.
There is a knock at the door.
I'll get it.
Manny rushes to the door and snatches the photo album from Kari as he passes her. Manny opens the apartment door. He freezes.
Who is it, Manny?
Manny opens his mouth but doesn't make a sound. Kari rushes to the door and also freezes as if she's seen a ghost. The door opens wider to reveal Gina wearing sunglasses, a tight top, and a miniskirt, hidden away by a large furry coat, standing on the other side.
Manny, who?
So it's true. You really are with this fat bitch who sings.
Excuse me, skinny bitch?
Gina, hi.
Gina?
When I saw that video you posted of her singing karaoke, I thought you had gone crazy, but it's true.
Wait, you posted that video of me singing?
Yeah, you were great. I wanted the whole world to see how amazing you are.
Manny stares at Gina as if in a trance.
Manny?
Hi. Hi, Gina. This is
Manny!
Manny. No, wait. Gotti. This is Gotti.
His girlfriend.
Yeah, yes. Why are you here?
And what did you mean?
I heard you got a new place and moved in with a new girlfriend. And it's true.
Manny
Yes.
puts his arm around Kari's waist. He can't reach all the way around her waist, so he quickly moves his arm around one of her shoulders, then pats her other shoulder with his free hand.
Yes. Yes, it is.
We just moved in. Boxes everywhere, no place to sit. Sorry you can't come in. Bye. Thanks for coming.
I didn't realize how big your place is.
I'll show you how big it is.
It's 1 big bedroom, 2 baths, 1,000 square feet, lots of room.
Not enough.
That's it. Goodbye.
Kari is about to push Gina out, but
I'm pregnant.
What?
Gina opens her large coat to reveal a pregnant belly.
What did you say?
I'm having a baby.
I see. Is it mine?
Manny's shoulders slump as he lowers his head. Kari steadies Manny. Gina takes out her cell phone, which has already been recording the whole time.
Did you hear that? He's the father of my baby, and he's been cheating on me with this fat bitch, and he has the nerve to ask me if it's his baby?
What the hell? Who cares if you're pregnant? What are you doing here? You left Manny, remember? Get out of here, you mean psycho bitch.
Kari pushes her out of the apartment.
Stop! Don't hurt me. I'm pregnant, and it's Manny's baby.
Kari freezes and stops breathing. Manny's mouth drops open and his eyes bulge. Gina points the phone at Manny and actively records the whole exchange.
For real.
Bullshit. Turn that off. You have no right to film in our apartment.
It's true. I'm filming for protection in case you two want to hurt me.
I don't understand. How?
How do you think?
Okay, wait a minute. How do you know Manny's the father? And how do you know she's not lying?
Are you?
Gina goes to Manny and puts her hand on his cheek.
No, I'm not.
Kari pushes Gina away from Manny.
Look, it's Manny's baby, okay? I'm about 3 months pregnant, so stop touching me or I'm going to call the police.
Gina makes for the door, but continues filming Kari and Manny argue.
Wait. I believe her.
Gina stops and turns around. Kari grabs Manny by the arm and stops him.
Manny?
Manny follows after Gina. Kari walks after Manny.
I need you, Manny. The baby needs you. I want the baby to have his father in his life.
The producer dumped you, didn't he?
I'm moving back to San Diego. I want to raise our baby there, where I grew up.
Kari grabs Manny's arm to stop him from leaving.
Don't you see? She just wants you to support her now that her meal ticket dumped her.
I love you, Manny. I never stopped loving you.
Give me a break. She's lying, Manny. If you loved him so much, you left him, huh?
Gina exits the apartment. Manny is fixated on Gina and gently frees himself from Kari's grasp. He walks after Gina.
Manny, what are you doing?
Gotti, I'm sorry, but she needs me.
Manny, I need you too. What about us? Our apartment? Our life together? I love you, Manny. You said you loved me. Say something!
I do love you, but my baby needs me. I'm sorry, Gotti. She's gonna be the mother of my child.
I need you too. She's a mother, all right. You're not getting your security deposit back.
Kari fights the tears coming down her face. Kari, defeated, slumps down and sits on a moving box. The moving box creaks and gives way beneath her. Kari slowly sinks to the floor. She digs in her purse and finds the pamphlets for the surgery, which she puts away, and she finally answers her cell.
Oh, God, not now.
Kari fans herself rapidly as she takes a couple of deep breaths. She settles herself, puts on a fake smile, and then answers the phone.
Hi, Mama. How are you?
I'm okay, I guess. I just haven't heard from you in a while.
Mama, I just moved out last night.
I know, but that was hours ago. Are you okay? You sound funny.
What? No, I'm all right. It's just a little dusty in here.
Oh, pues. Tell your novio to get a broom and clean up the place.
Okay, Mama. Well, I have to go now.
At least you have a novio. Not like Raquel, pobrecita. You're a big fat girl too.
Kari notices the surgery information packet lying next to her.
See, you didn't need to get that surgery she's getting.
Kari picks up the packet and gazes at it.
The surgery. Yeah, that's today. Mama, I have to go. Bye.
Okay, mija, I love...
She lowers the packet and sees Manny's DJ equipment right across from her.
Let's see how much money I can get from all this equipment.
Scene 3. Lights fade in on the health clinic in Tijuana. Kari enters, rushing in.
Sí, ¿le puedo ayudar?
Yes, see.
How may I help you?
Yes, I'm...
Pancho the iguana, wearing a tiny hot water bottle on his head, crawls across the desk. Kari flinches.
Ay, Pancho, ven aquí. ¿Cómo te saliste?
Kari stares at the nurse and picks up Pancho the iguana.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying, I'm looking for... What is an iguana doing here?
We don't treat iguanas, but the doctor did a favor for a friend.
Okay, that's good. I was worried for a minute. I'm looking for...
Kari pulls out a piece of paper and reads it.
Dr. Ortiz? He's doing surgery for my friends?
Sí.
What the hell? What? You let animals... You treat animals in this hospital? That's not sanitary. What kind of crazy hospital is this?
This is a hospital for mascotas.
Mascotas?
Yes. How you say? A pets.
Pets. Oh no. No wonder he could do it for so cheap. Where are the girls? Where are my friends?
Las Americanas? Yes, Dr. Ortiz is about to start.
They should almost be done by now.
Yes, but there was a complication.
Complication? What happened?
There was a small problem with la transfusion.
Transfusion?
Don't worry, she's okay. She's got a little too much.
Sheila enters with the bandage on her arm.
Gotti, I thought I heard your voice.
They embrace.
What are you doing here?
I came to get the surgery, but...
What? You did?
Yeah, I did. But this is crazy. We're willing to put our lives in danger to be skinny? Oh my God. You can't do it. It's not safe, and...
Yeah, you can say that because you have a man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I let you down. I'm so sorry that I left you all high and dry. He was the man of my dreams, and I was afraid to let him get away. But then the woman of his dreams came back to be my nightmare, and pregnant with his baby.
Yeah, we all saw the whole video online.
Oh no, she posted the video? Ugh! I want to strangle that hood rat.
Girl, he didn't treat you right. You poor thing.
Don't worry about me. I'm not the sucker who's going to raise somebody else's baby.
Raquel hugs Kari. Sheila hugs Kari. They embrace for a moment and release.
I'm sorry, too.
She hugs Kari. Raquel and Sheila hug Kari also and make one big group hug.
Let's get out of here. This is no place for beautiful human women like us.
Okay. I said I'm sorry. I always thought he said that he worked at a veterans hospital. I didn't realize he meant he was an animal doctor.
The iguana escapes and runs past them.
Doctor, my ass. This is a pinche veterinary clinic. Let's get out of here.
Scene 4. Lights fade in on a Tijuana beach. Kari, Raquel, Sheila, and Judy walked into the beach in beach robes.
Are you ready to do this?
I don't know. What if people stare?
They're always going to stare. People are always going to criticize fat women for just taking up space. We might as well live our lives for us. Let's do it. Remember the motto, we are real, we have curves, and our dreams are larger than life.
I've got everything I need. I know exactly who I am. I am a woman who is real with more to feel.
I'm pretty. I'm beautiful.
I'm fabulous.
I was gorgeous from the start. I will embrace my art. And we are gonna work whatever we got. We're gonna shimmy, we're gonna shake it, we're gonna We're gonna live our lives for us. Who cares if people fuss? They all can shove it. We're gonna love it, we're gonna work whatever we got. We're women, we got a little extra shimmy in our shake. Big deal, who cares? We've got it, let's own it.
We're women, need to see the beauty in our own eyes. We do, it's time. You see it, believe it.
Some women are soft, some women are not. You gotta work whatever you got. We're gonna work whatever we got. We're gonna take it, we're gonna use it, we're gonna We're gonna drop it cause we're hot and give it all we got. We're gonna groove it before we lose it. We're gonna work whatever we got.
We're women, even got the strength to birth a human. For real, the pain, it hurts, but worth it.
We're women, can't care what society says. This body, it's mine. Why fear it? Just live it.
You need to be told, you need to be taught. You don't need nothing to be on.
You gotta work
whatever you got.
Now you can shimmy, now you can shake it, now you can You gotta tell yourself you're hot. Your mindset means a lot. Do not abuse it, you gotta use it. You gotta work. Work whatever you got.
Scene 5. Lights fade in on Kari's apartment. Kari goes to her couch, which is filled with Manny's boxes. Kari closes her eyes and lowers herself onto the couch.
Hey, watch out.
Inez is sitting on the couch and rolls away before Kari can sit on her.
Ay, Mama, you scared the hell out of me.
You're scared? I saw my light flash before my eyes.
What are you doing here? Get out.
Kari tries to stand, but Inez holds her down.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Why are you here? Because what?
Because you didn't sound right on the phone. I was worried about you.
Really?
See, mija. Of course, I'm your mother. I was worried about the surgery you told me about, too.
Well, don't worry.
You're not going to have it. Thank God.
Not exactly.
What? What do you mean?
I went to have it done today, but...
Ay, Dios mío. Are you all right? Are you in pain? They didn't let you recover there? Ay, no wonder you look so bad.
Mama.
Are you sure they did the operation? You don't look any thinner.
Mama.
Pues, how do you know they did the operation? How do you know they didn't just put you to sleep and do things to you?
Hi, Mama, because I didn't have the operation.
What? You just said that you went to have it done.
I know. I went, but I changed my mind.
You did?
I wanted to. I rushed to get down there, but then I saw how miserable and desperate the girls were to lose weight. At that moment, it hit me that I must be just as miserable and desperate as they are. And then I asked myself, why? Why am I doing this? Why are we doing this? I realized I wasn't doing it for me. They weren't doing it for themselves either. We were doing it for other people. So they would like us or love us or not leave us. We didn't want to lose weight. We were doing it to please other people like you.
Ay, Caridad, don't say that.
It's true, Mama. You're always making fun of my weight, of my support group.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you. I just want you to be healthy, and that group just encourages you to be fat, heavy, overweight.
I am healthy. I know I can be healthier, and I will be, but I'm never going to be a size 4 like you were. You can't expect me to be you. I never will. I'm me. You have to understand that, Mother.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just that I had plans.
What plans?
I have been imagining and planning your wedding ever since you were born.
And?
And I have always wanted you to wear my wedding gown on your wedding day. And I was a size 2, by the way.
Oh my God, Mother. Is that it? Is that why you've always nagged me about my weight, just so I can wear your gown on my wedding day and make your dream come true?
It's a beautiful gown.
Why do you have to control everything? All of my life. You had to control everything. Not anymore, Mother. I'm in charge of my life now.
I only wanted to help you. To help you avoid making mistakes.
It's my life to make my own mistakes.
I know.
Okay. Bye-bye, Mama.
I'm sorry, Cari. And I'm sorry your boyfriend left you.
How do you...
Your upstairs neighbor showed me the video.
Oh my God. Those stupid videos. Great. Nosy neighbors. Hey, how did you get in here anyway?
Your upstairs neighbor is also the manager.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, mija. Let me help you pack.
Pack? I'm not going anywhere.
What? But why not? He's gone. Come home.
Mama, I am home. This is my place. I need my own place. And I think it's time we both grew up.
What do you mean?
I mean it's about time for me to live my own life, and time for you to stop trying to live your life through me.
Kari escorts Inez to the apartment door and opens it.
Come on. Bye, Mama.
But you're so far.
I'm only 10 minutes away with traffic.
I love you, mija.
I love you too, Mama.
They embrace.
Good night.
Good night, Mama. Your wedding dress is a size 6.
Scene 6. Lights fade in at the community center with a Real Women Have Curves support group.
I understand we have some exciting news. Lupe, would you like to fill us in?
Kari, Judy, Sheila, and Raquel enter the room.
Hi, everyone. We came here to make amends. We're sorry. We created so much chaos last time we were here, and
I'm sorry I called you, all you ladies, fat. And, I wore a bikini for the first time, and it felt so damn good. Oh my God, I was so happy I could stop wanting to be, thin to wear that bikini and love myself. It felt so good. I felt so free. I finally know what it feels like to be free from caring what other people will say.
Me too.
So we want to come back and be part of your support group.
If you let us, we want to contribute. Last night, I ordered sexy lingerie for my husband, and I realized that when you're the only naked woman in that room to that man in that moment, you are the most beautiful woman in the world. Last night, I got to feel like the most beautiful woman in the world.
Ladies, you are welcome to join us. This is your support group. We are so happy to have you back. We missed you.
Kari, Judy, Raquel, and Sheila sit in the circle of the support group. Everyone applauds. Lights fade out. Scene 7. Lights fade in on Kari's apartment. Kari is dressed up for a night out, looking sexy and putting on her makeup. A knock is heard at the door. She opens up the door to reveal Manny standing in the doorway.
Hi, Kari.
Manny? You scared me. What are you doing here?
I'm sorry to show up just like this. I'm sorry about everything.
Yeah, you should be. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be with your baby mama?
Yes. No. I need to.
You need to what?
I need to talk to you and tell you that I truly am sorry for what I did. I honestly didn't mean to hurt you. I was just so overwhelmed. It happened so fast.
Bullshit. People have kids with their exes every day and don't go back with them. You never wanted to be with me. Admit it. You wanted out, and the baby gave you the perfect excuse.
No. I left because I didn't want the same thing that happened to me to happen to my kid. My father left us when I was 3, and we never saw him again. I barely remember him. I swore that if I ever had a kid, I would be there for him 24/7. So when this happened, I had to go.
I didn't know that.
I guess there's a lot of things we don't know about each other. I meant to tell you about that and other things after we unpacked and settled in.
Oh, well, I guess I'll never know.
You can, though.
What do you mean?
You were right. Gina was using me. She wasn't pregnant. She just wanted to create a crisis drama to increase her followers and make her producer ex-boyfriend jealous. She made a video where she pretended she had a miscarriage as a result of the fight between the 3 of us.
Oh my God, she's sicker than I thought.
Yeah, real psycho. I know I shouldn't call a woman that, but in this case, I think I'm right. So I walked away and left her. For good.
Yeah?
And I want you back. I'm asking you for a second chance.
Are you serious?
Yes. If it wasn't for the baby, the fake baby, I never would have left you. I love you.
It's gonna take more than an apology to make things right. How can I trust you?
I know. And I understand. Let me start over. Let me show you how much I love you.
Kari is silent.
By the way, you look beautiful. Are you going out on a date?
You're in no position to ask me.
You're right. Sorry. I promise I'll do whatever it takes to get you back. In the meantime, would it be all right if I took some of my things, like my turntable?
Kari blushes.
About that.
Kari darts over to a desk and pulls out an envelope filled with cash. She goes back to Manny and hands him the envelope.
Here. You should probably go to Pancho's pawn shop tomorrow.
You ready? Let's go.
Well, what do you think?
I'll let you know. And don't bother trying to get in. I changed the locks. You're still not getting your security deposit back.
I don't care about any of that. I just want us to be back together.
Kari puts the envelope with cash down.
We'll see. Right now I have more important things and more important people to be with right now. Call me in a week, and I'll see how I feel about you. Bye.
Kari walks away triumphantly. Scene 8. Lights fade in at the Oasis karaoke bar and all-you-can-eat buffet. A spotlight breaks the darkness and illuminates Kari, who sings a song called Too Fabulous for You. Spotlight widens to reveal Judy, Raquel, and Sheila next to Kari, who sing along. They're all wearing sexy, glittery dresses and standing on the karaoke stage. They all sing together. On the video screen, we see Kari and Manny's wedding, and Judy and Raquel and Sheila are her bridesmaids. The end.
We are so excited to have Josefina Lopez here grace our stage at San Jose City College Theater. So this is a really important aspect of this day where I get to ask her questions, and we're also going to have a portion where students get to ask her questions as well. So this play was so wonderful to watch and to be a part of. So first, thank you. And for students that haven't been part of it, what was the story behind your inspiration to write this play?
Well, I actually had a friend who went to the doctor, and he basically told her, well, she needed to lose weight, and she's like, okay. And so she had considered the lap band surgery, but she was 20 pounds underweight, and they told her, well, you can't get it. And so she was very disappointed because she tried losing weight, and so she thought this was the only way. So we were laughing because she said, well, maybe you can gain 20 pounds, and then you can get the surgery.
Kind of backwards.
And that's where we went, oh my God, this is a comedy.
Yeah.
In the same way that Real Women Have Curves I got that idea because my mother said, wouldn't it be funny? Because my sister was undocumented. And because she was the only one that was undocumented and all her employees already had green cards, the joke was, wouldn't it be funny if the migra comes, ICE comes, and instead of taking the employees, they take the boss.
Yeah.
So sometimes when there's a ridiculous premise, that's when I laugh and I go, oh my God, that's a premise for a story. And then so this idea came to me, and I just wouldn't go away. And I finally said, oh, let me write it. The themes are very similar to Real Women Have Curves, but I thought, oh, let me just poke fun of a lot of things, and so that's where it came from.
Yay, well, I love the story. I have joked around with so many people. I think every man, woman, and child needs to see this story because it's so beautiful and it's so needed. So
thank you.
I know this idea of, writing something for a group that is underrepresented or that is just not seen on stage or screen at all. So it's so powerful, it's so beautiful, and I know that people will really, really respond to it. They'll feel seen with this play, which I love so much. So one of the things is, I'm a college professor, so I'm obsessed with this idea of wanting to inspire my students the way you've inspired me. And it just brought me to this question of, was there a teacher or a professor or someone in your life that inspired you or had a positive impact? And if you could tell us that story.
I had so many. I was very lucky that since I was 5 years old, I was telling stories. So I had so many teachers who saw something special and pointed it out. So I feel blessed to have. So I try to be that teacher too for others. I had a PE teacher who was my inspiration because he made me realize that nobody gets it perfect the first time. And so you have to practice, practice, practice. So don't be afraid to try 1,000 times to get the basketball in, to get the volleyball. And so that idea of having a coach cheer you on and practicing is very important in my discipline and my success as an artist. But I also had an English teacher. I was I was undocumented, and English is my second language. And so I was always, and I didn't know I had undiagnosed ADD and dyslexia. So I was in reading improvement classes. And I remember one of my teachers had to point out how mature and profound and wise I was for my age. And I thought I was just BSing an essay.
You say that to everyone.
I thought I was just BSing this essay. And she said, no, you had really profound observations about life way beyond your years. Yeah. And the words you use, and I was like, I thought I was just making it up because I was just taking a Spanish word, making it into English. And I remember her taking the time to do that, and it really made me realize, wow, I have something special. Don't know quite yet what it is. But I also had a theater teacher, and this is really the moment that changed my life. I was studying theater at the Los Angeles County High School for the Arts. We were rehearsing chorus line, and I didn't want to wear leotards. I was 18 years old and 180 pounds. I'm still, I think, 180. I'm still anyway. And I remember she asked me why I wasn't wearing leotards. We were supposed to when we were doing the dance sequence. And she wanted to, she knew I was undocumented. She was an Irish American lady, a theater teacher. And she asked me, why? And then I said, oh, it's because I'm American. She goes, okay, I just wanted to make sure, because if you needed money, I could, give you the money to get leotard. And I said, no, I'm just embarrassed, And she goes, walk with me. And we went down the hallway, and she said, the dance teacher and I have been talking about you, how amazingly talented you are. We really believe that you have the ability and the range to one day play Juliet and Lady Macbeth. You have that kind of range, We believe in you, but we know, and I know that you will never get those opportunities unless you lose weight. Because if you're a big girl, you will always only get to play the girlfriend. You will only be a character actress. No one will let you play the lead. And when she told me this, I started crying. And because I knew the truth, I know what society thinks of women. I know that society devalues women and only sees our bodies, or doesn't see our spirit and how amazing and the goddesses that we are. Okay, at 53, almost 53, I can tell you that's what I know now that I didn't know back then. But so I cried, and she said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She goes, and I'm not telling you this because I believe this is true or that I want you, but this is the reality. You're going into a business where only skinny girls get to play the lead. And we were kind of both like upset about that. And then the realization came, oh, well, why is that? Oh, it's because men write all the plays. Men write all the stories, men produce all the stories, men direct all the stories. So they want to be the heroes of their story, and they want to have the girl to rescue. So if you're not the girl that doesn't get rescued, you're not that skinny, pretty little trophy, then you don't fit in men's stories. And I remember us crying and laughing about that. I said, yeah, I guess they need a really skinny girl to pick up and carry into the sunset and be the cowboy. Yeah. And if you're really big, then he can't pick you up, And I get, and we laughed. But it made me realize that, wow, not only do they get to control the stories, but they get to control reality. And women get to be supporting actors in reality. And then our destinies are shaped by other people's narratives. And it really pissed me off because I thought, I've always known that I'm a good-looking woman. Since I was a child, I was always adored because I was so pretty. But it bugged the hell out of me that people only saw my value because I was such a pretty girl with blonde, curly hair. And then I said, fuck it. Am I supposed to? That's right. And that's my magic word, people. That's like really what sometimes gets me to do stuff. Is that I was like, no, I have value beyond my looks. I have this incredible genius. I have this creativity that God gave me, that Goddess gave me, that has so much value to society and humanity that I'm only limited by my looks. And infuriated me, and that's why I was a tomboy, and I was very I've always been a leader. Yeah. Even before I could remember, I was always the boss, and even boys were afraid of me because I've always been that confident. When I was a little girl, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna kick your ass because I am the captain, because I know how to catch and I know how to throw, I know how to give leadership, I know how to strategize, and people are like, all right, you lead, okay, So then I started to say, well, you know what? Just because girls like me don't get to win the guy and get laid and have just because this reality isn't being presented doesn't mean it's not valid, and doesn't mean, I go, you know what it means? It means that women have to write stories. It means that we have to tell our stories where we get to win, and that girls of every size can get to be winners. And so I started challenging the narrative, and I realized that, when I was 18, I was 180 pounds, I had dyslexia, I suffered from depression, I was undocumented, I was a working class person. I had everything going against me. And I was, made to feel ashamed, but I wasn't going to take it. I wasn't carrying the shame because I had parents who refused to be ashamed. They were undocumented. They were really hardworking people who didn't have an opportunity to get educated. But sometimes they felt ashamed of that, but they did the best they could. So they showed me that I shouldn't be ashamed of being Mexican, that I had no reason to be ashamed. And so then I refused to take on the shame, and I said, no, I'm going to create stories where someone like me gets to be the winner, where being Mexican is a beautiful thing, where being a woman is a beautiful thing, where being a big girl gets to be, it's a beautiful thing. And then I told a story from this dignified point of view that totally changed everything. And so then I said, you know what? This idea of being undocumented and being a shadow and not being a person, not being treated like a person, in my story, I'm going to show the humanity of these women in the sewing factory. And I wrote this play about my experience, and I stopped feeling sorry for myself. I said, no, I'm going to be the protagonist and the hero of my stories. No, you know, it's like I don't need to be anybody else but me. And you know, there's a saying that says, you know, who you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So for me, I feel my stories are the way I honor the Creator by saying, look, all that you gave to me, I'm going to show you how powerful and amazing and magical I am. So all of my stories convey that. Anyway, so this teacher, by telling me the truth and commiserating with me, and you know, and she wasn't, and to this day I tell people, no, I am not upset at her.
Yeah.
Because she said she went through the same thing herself, but she folded and she, you know, she basically had to lose weight and got to play the ingenue, and she basically played along.
Yeah.
And I tried to play along, and then at some point I said, no, I'm not going to be ashamed. Society needs to change, not me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then that's why I decided to become a writer.
Yes, thank you. And we're so glad you did. This play is amazing. I love it. I really want to know, you have accomplished so much. And so I was thinking myself, like, I could ask you so many questions, but I really want to know how we can help future writers who are watching this. What advice would you give them specifically? You know, we write from ourselves and we write from experiences that we've been through, and sometimes it might be hard to face it, but what advice would you give to a young writer of working through that and your process to help?
I have a website called josefinalopez.biz that has a section called Latino Screenwriting Academy that has thousands of, like, so much information, because I teach and I've been doing this for years, so a lot of the information is there. But there's a couple little things that I would tell you, and one is that trauma, everything you write is a trauma that's at least 10 years old. The reason we recreate anything is so that we can release it from our unconscious mind and heal ourselves. Dancing, or any art, all art forms are an attempt to recreate our trauma to finally release it so we can heal ourselves. Most of us are not aware of that. I teach writing, and anybody that comes to a writing class, I can tell you what trauma. And most people are like, what? Well, how'd you know that? I said, because it's a trauma that's at least 10 years old. And anyway, you know, because people have a happy life and everything's going great, you're not going to be a writer. You're not going to be an artist. You're going to applaud for people who are artists, right? Because, yeah, you got to be traumatized to some degree to be an artist, right? Because nobody wants to go, oh my God, let me feel, let me cry. Nobody wants to do that unless they need to, right? So then I tell people, once you get over that, that it takes courage to feel the feelings that you couldn't feel 10 years ago or 20 years ago because they got trapped in you. It takes courage to be a writer. The reason I'm a successful writer is because I can cry and still continue creating and speaking through my tears, right? And I realize that's my superpower, that I can be traumatized and I can be crying, but I still keep speaking my truth. I don't shut down and I don't shut up. And people are amazed because everybody shuts down and shuts up. And that's when you should continue to talk and get it out of you, because all trauma, most of the trauma, oftentimes happens to you when you're alone. Because predators, and there's all types of predators in every kind of way, they always find you when you're vulnerable. And the reality is that the only way to heal trauma is in community. So for you to speak your truth as to what happened to you when you're alone, and to have the courage to risk feeling alone again, but to share it and have people witness your trauma and to be there for you, that's the opportunity to heal it and to make community, right? That's something I've learned, that when you share your story and you think, oh my God, this only happened to me, you find out 1,000 people had the same experience. Like, I remember when I wrote my first play, Simply Maria, it was about how my parents didn't understand, how they didn't want me to go to college, how they wanted me to basically get married and maybe be a cosmetologist. They had such limited dreams, you know, and I wrote this story that was so personal to me. And then I had a bunch of women telling me that's exactly the same story. And I'm like, no, that's not true. That happened. And they're like, no, And the more I share my story, the more people come forward saying it's exactly what happened to me. So what I've learned is that when you have the courage to tell your story, you can't possibly continue to be traumatized and feel alone and unimportant when there's 1,000 people saying, me too, right? And of course, now that we had the Me Too movement, it was, everyone got to see that, right? So you being the most courageous person to share a story about something that's so painful allows other people to come forward and also heal. So I would say that be courageous. Secondly, just know that you have to tell your story, even if 1,000, 1,000,000 people tell you suck, right? Because maybe 1,000,000 people will tell you suck because the story you're telling is so true, it's so real, and it's so painful that 1,000,000 people aren't ready to hear it, and they may tell you suck, right? So you have to know that you may have to hold on to this truth. And, like I've said a lot of things that people don't want to hear. I've often been made to be the bad guy because I'm the one willing to say, I don't give a shit what people think about me. I'm not here to be a cheerleader. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to hold up a mirror. And, and maybe 30 years ago, maybe people hated me, and maybe 30 years now, you're a hero. So sometimes you got to say, look, there are stories you need to tell that may never get produced until society and humanity is ready to hear them. So you have to believe in your heart that this story is important because it inspires me, because it's a truth that needs to be heard and witnessed, right? And so that's the other thing. So you have to stop wanting to get validation because only you can declare yourself an artist, right? As a successful, or what people deem a successful artist. I constantly get artists who want my validation, and I tell you, I am not the Queen of England. I can't, I can't declare you. I can't anoint you. Only you have to be like, because you see some people's artwork, and I don't necessarily care for their artwork. But they go, no, I'm an artist. And no one gets to tell me I'm not. And then you go, shoot, they go, and then their artwork, makes millions of dollars, and you're like, you know what, that person declared that that's who they were, and then 1,000,000 people believed it, and then guess what, right? But it took one person saying and declaring, I am an artist. And though that's what I've done. Since I was a little girl, I've had so many put-downs that I said, I don't care what you think. I'm an artist, and I'm going to keep doing my thing. And so that's the other thing. And then you have to declare yourself the winner, right? Because I've been rejected. My work has been rejected, like so ridiculously rejected. Even with all the success I've had, I still get so much racist bullshit and sexist bullshit and all kinds of stuff that people would believe. And so I go, even with all this success, I still have people telling me I'm not funny, right? That my writing isn't good, right? I've had my play done 100 times. It's going to be a Broadway musical. It's been so much success. I still have people telling me, oh, you're not funny. You should give up writing,
Oh my God.
Right? And I've had to laugh out loud and go, at what point are you good enough? You're only good enough when you declare you're good enough, right? So I've had to say, no, I am the winner because I haven't given up. And believe me, I've tried giving up many times, but because if you give it your all, eventually the people who love you and believe in you will not let you give up. I've tried giving up so many times, believe me, that my manager goes, no, honey, okay, take a month off. You go rest, but come back in a month, okay? And she refuses to let me give up. She says, no, you are too talented. You have something important to say. And you can, and then the other reality is there's a lot of mediocre people out there who really believe in themselves, who are doing really well with so much less talent, right? So the tragedy would be that you have a lot of talent and you give up, but the people who are blessed with ignorance, or self-awareness, they're doing really well, right? So you have to declare yourself the winner. You have to decide what it means to be a winner and not look for external validation.
Because I love that so much because you're empowering them to, instead of going outside, someone else tell me that I'm good, someone else tell me that I can do this. You have to start to believing in yourself, telling yourself you can do it, and empower yourself to just keep going. I think that's so impactful because then we're not waiting for someone to discover. We're not waiting for something else.
And that's what I realized is that, I kept, when I was just starting out, and then at some point I said, you know what? I guess I should become a theater producer. And you know what? I should just own my own theater. And then, you know what? I should just learn to produce films. Oh, you know what? I should just be a film producer. You know, I'm at the point now where I'm like, I should just own my own movie theater.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I should own my own publishing house. I should own, because I'm going, we're not waiting to be discovered because I'm already here. The talent is already here. I already have it. It's just a matter now for our community of finding investors and sources of funding. And here's the other reality too, which I learned that really has helped me, is that oftentimes we do think it's always about the money. We need the money, we need the money. And someone said something really profound that really just shifted things for me. Money is the symbol of the energy that's exchanged between people, right? And I have so much energy. I have so much to give. I'm very generous with my advice. I am really incredibly articulate and intuitive, and I give people stories all the time because me vienen tan fácil that I go, no, let me tell you what your story's about. Let me give you a story, right? So what I learned is that if you can create community and you can create material that's so inspiring, people will work for free for you, right? Because like when I produce Real Women Have Curves, I produce it as a fundraiser for scholarships for Latina women, right? And because it was such an inspiring thing, like, oh, wow, we're going to produce my play, and the money goes to empower Latina women to go to college. So everybody's like, well, I'll work for free. I'll help you, right? When people believe in something, it gives them an opportunity to be of service, to be a part of a community, to contribute, and that's the source of happiness. So one of the gifts I have is that I know what people are really good at, even if they don't know. So then I say, you know what, you would be really good at this. And they go, really, you think so? Yeah. People, especially that are not creative or they don't think of themselves as creative. So what I do is I recruit people because I know what talent they have, and I put them in positions where they can be of service and be creative, and they're so grateful. They thank me for making them work.
Yeah.
Right? And I've had so many people help me produce things because they go, wow, I've always wanted to be a part of this. Yeah. And you gave me the opportunity to build your set for free, and I'm so happy to do it. I'm so and people do that. Yeah. And that's how I've gotten a lot of plays produced. I had my big feature that I produced, and that's it. If you do material that's uninspiring, that really just is propaganda bullshit and sexist and racist, no one's going to help you. You're going to have to pay them. Right? But if you do work that's really uplifting and inspiring, then people want to be a part of that, you know? And so that's it. So come up with stories that inspire people, and then that's how you get film crews. That's how you get your types of crews, you know? So I only do work that really uplifts me and inspires a community, because then the community comes together to make it happen.
Yes, it's brilliant. You're good at delegating.
Yes, I am. I'm like,
it's an important skill to have. Yes. So the question is, you know, what you're doing so many things, and you're probably going to have a long list, but what's next for you?
So I'm supposed to do an animation feature or TV series, not sure yet, with the paranormal. And it's just signed a contract with a big studio. And so that's like in the works. But I'm also working on a TV show. We're waiting to see if it's going to get picked up. But I'm also trying to sell Real Women Have Curves, the TV show. They're doing the Broadway musical of Real Women Have Curves. I'm not involved directly. So I'm just waiting to see, you know, the rehearsals and everything. I'm excited. But I'm working, I have so many projects. I have too many. Because I write plays, I write features. I also am trying to sell some TV shows. I also have like a graphic novel that I need to publish. Right, I've already written it, an artist has drawn it, and I need to get like a couple more, you know, it's in the process. But I'm also trying to publish all of my plays. I've written over 20 plays, so I'm trying to publish my 3rd play of anthologies. You know, personally me, I'd love to like continue singing, like taking singing lessons, because there's a part of me that really yearns now to perform, to sing and do comedy.
Yes.
So I miss performing. Because you know, I started as an actor who realized, shoot, I'm gonna only get to play stereotypes, and that's why I started to write. But now I miss performing, so I'm hoping that in the next 2-3 years, I'll start doing comedy and singing, and performing in shows again.
Yay! Well, I can't wait. I'm super excited. So we have like a second portion, the Q&A, and we have students who have questions for you. So we're just going to go ahead and it'll be audio, and then you'll hear the message through the student's voice, and then you'll respond. Okay. So we're ready for the first question.
Hello, Ms. Lopez. My name is Javi, pronounced they and them. I just wanted to say thank you for all your body of work. You have been not only entertaining beyond, but extremely helpful to represent us in our community, to put a face on the struggles. I just want to say, what was your message you would like to impart onto those who are up and coming, men, women, and non-binary, Latino, and people from communities that are more susceptible to injustice? How can you lead us or suggest that we face all these challenges on as you have? And thank you for taking the time to meet with us.
Well, that's a huge question, but I'll just start a very humane way of saying it is that the most radical thing you can do as a person of color, as a LGBTQ person, as an underrepresented person who's been marginalized throughout, is to absolutely and completely love yourself. The most radical thing you do, because I realized that, yes, I've been successful in getting produced and published and people know me, but where I came from and the messages that I got early on about how I was worthless and who I am today, where I finally can tell you that I absolutely and completely love myself, and that I realized that that's the most powerful thing. But I had to heal myself. I did so much healing workshop, so many healing workshops. I mean, I've done so much therapy and healing that I am the masterpiece, right? So to me, if you can't do anything else, because it's easy to go to protests, it's easy to write letters, and it's easy to, everyone on social media thinks that, but to really say, oh my God, what if I am the source of the problem as a man? And let me heal my wounds so that I don't have to contribute to sexism. What if I'm the source of the problem? And like, for instance, I've had to go, okay, like as a person, I'm a woman, I'm a Latina, I'm indigenous, so I could be every minority, and I could say, well, I don't have any work to do on myself except to love myself. But you said, no, I can say, oh, wait a minute. I have some privileges that I take for granted, but I also have blind spots. Like, for instance, I am a able-bodied person, as much, even though I have a knee that hurts, I'm like, I can basically, so I have blind spots connected to not seeing people who have physical challenges, people in wheelchairs. I'm contributing to the invisibility of people who have physical challenges and also mental challenges. I'm not thinking about people who have these other challenges because I'm okay. So then I have to take responsibility and say, oh, how do I deal with my blind spots? Because if I'm expecting that white guy over there, Brad and Chad, to get their together and stop being an asshole, well, then how am I being an asshole, right? And very few people are willing to do that, right? So then, to me, like, that is radical work that most people aren't willing to do. So, so to me, I've taken that on. I'm saying, oh my God, I need to create work where people with physical challenges are not just in the background, but they're also the leads. And it's normalized, So there's a lot of work that I want to create, but then I also have to realize, wait a minute, I need to mentor a writer who lives with those challenges so that they can do it, because it's easy for me to write it, but let me take on someone from that community. And so I have mentored people, and I'm still working on that. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this is too hard. There are times when I'm like, oh, because if you do that, sometimes they attack you. Sometimes people get really angry because they feel like, well, are you taking advantage because now it's cool to talk about people with physical disability? I'll be like, no, I really sincerely. So now you have to hear their pain and their suffering and their wounding. And now you go, oh, wow, like, I hadn't expected that because I'm always expecting people to hear my wounding. And so now I go, okay, right? So if we can do that for each other and realize, wow, I'm also part of the problem. How can I be the solution, right? So that would be one way. Obviously, the other thing is to be bold and ultimately to go, all of us need to create a world where everyone gets to be free to live their dreams and to live in their truth, right? So to me, I feel like if you never get produced, if you don't get any kind of financial success, that ultimately you living your truth and speaking your truth is what's going to free you and liberate you, and it's going to help liberate other people. And ultimately, that's what we all want and need.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, it's wonderful. You first have to have the awareness before you can do anything. So that's such a good point. We can go for the second question.
Hi there, Miss Lopez. My name is Dominique. What is your favorite play that you've written, and can you tell me a little bit more why it's your favorite? Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, obviously, Real Women is one of my favorites, but because everyone knows about Real Women, I like to talk about all the other plays that nobody knows about yet. Because, you know, it's like having 10 children and one of them gets all the attention. And you go, but I've got 9 other kids. Yeah. They're fabulous and they're wonderful. I have a play called An Enemy of the Pueblo, which I love because I became a playwright for many reasons. One, obviously, Luis Valdez was my mentor, and he inspired me, and I saw his work. But there's a very famous playwright. He's the father of modern drama. His name is Henrik Ibsen, right? Which all of your theater students, I'm sure, know. And the reason he's the father of modern drama is because he started writing about women, right? I think, you know, we can easily name all these Hedda Gabler, right? And I loved his plays. And there was one play called An Enemy of the People. And the lead wasn't a woman, but it was a doctor who had to tell the truth. And as a result of him speaking the truth, he got attacked. They assassinated his character, but he kept telling the truth. And when I read that play at 18 years old, I said, oh my God, this is such a beautiful play. I want to be a playwright because you have to tell the truth and you have to keep telling the truth. But one day I want to do a Latino version of this story. And it's so wonderful that a couple years ago I finally did it, and I was trying to get an interesting take on it. And the story centers around a doctor who is in the 1800s in Norway, who discovers that through science, that there are germs in the water in these baths, and if they open the baths, people are going to get contaminated and die. And in the 1800s, science wasn't what it is today, right? Now it dominates everything, good and bad. Yeah. And so I said, oh wow, I want to do something that contributes to the story. It's my response, not my response necessarily as an attack to Henrik Ibsen, but more like, thank you. This is my love letter to Henrik Ibsen. And I basically make the protagonist a curandera. So it's not science, it's spirituality, it's wisdom, it's an inner knowing. So in my story, this curandera has a dream that's a premonition that warns her that the baths, because she's in the border between the US and Mexico, and they have these magical waters that a lot of gringos come because they're healing waters. And it's a long, complicated story, but the simple thing is that she discovers through her dreams and her premonitions and her inner wisdom and her guides and ancestors that the water has been contaminated through fracking.
Wow.
She doesn't know how at first. We discover later that they're fracking on the US side and that this is affecting Mexico because there are no borders in nature, right? There's like, and in spirituality, there are no rough edges.
Yeah.
And this idea of borders and limitations is a man-made concept. So she has to warn the people that they cannot open the waters, the magical waters, because people are going to die. So many people are going to die. And nobody wants to believe her because the whole economy is exactly like the story. And so they start calling her a bruja. They persecute her in the same way. But this is a way that women are persecuted, you know? You're either called a bitch or a witch, right?
Yeah, a character assassination.
A character assassination. And the thing is, she's the partera. She was the woman who gave birth. She basically is the midwife and the doctor and the psychologist, the therapist and the psychic. Because in a pueblito where no one does anything, it's the curandera who really is the center of culture and community. And so then, so I love this play because it combines a respect for indigenous beliefs, culture, and the woman is she's Mexican, but she's Apache, Apache, heritage. right? Which tells you this thing of Apaches being on the U.S. It's like, no, Apaches are, this is their territory and their land, and the border divided them, but they're Apaches, right? And so it's this woman who uses her intuition to really stand up for something, right? And then the science says, oh, that's not true. But she's like, no, because she has a premonition which eventually becomes true. But because of that, no one trusts. Anyway, it's a very, I love this story. We produced it at my theater. I would love it for it to get produced in other places because it's a really profound statement about, well, what is truth? And you know, science right now is seen as truth. Before it used to be heresy, right? And now anything that you present that's spiritual, that's not backed by science or validated by science is considered heresy. So we have this swinging, you know, the pendulum, but we say, well, what is truth, right? Because 100 years from now, maybe science is heresy again, you know? Well, what is truth?
Yeah, I love that. I can't wait. I want to see it.
Well,
I might have to produce it. So yeah, I think we can do one more question. Yeah, awesome. So this
Hi, Ms. Lopez. My name is Gabriel. In any field that I, as a city college student, might pursue, would you recommend getting an advanced degree like you did, or do you think earning a bachelor's degree is enough? Thank you.
That's a great question because right now, you know, like when you and I don't know, I'm much older than you, so I shouldn't say that.
Not by much, no.
But it's like by then, we had to go to the library,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
right? Now everything's on Google. Not that everything's accurate on Google, right? But everything is there. So the kind of knowledge and wisdom and the fact that there's so many people who want to share that, you can gain mastery doing it yourself. And then you could create your own career. There's so many things you can do now that we couldn't do before without a college degree. So I would just say, it depends what you want to do. It depends what you're called to do. Obviously, if you're going to be a doctor and a lawyer and anything that requires like a certification that has, then you have to go to college and get a, you know. But if you're going to be an artist or a cultural, not influencer, but instigator, if you're going to really make a difference in the world, it depends what you're called to do. You know, for me, it was very important to get an education because my parents couldn't get one. So for me, symbolically, the act of me completing it was the way I honored my parents and my ancestors. So for me, it was necessary. But I realize now that, you know, because my kids too are like, they think in a very different way. I have children that have, they're on the spectrum. They have ADD and autism. I think I probably have autism and ADD. Probably was never diagnosed because I was a girl. But anyway, so I recognize that they're really good at certain things and they have certain spiritual gifts that are not recognized by society, but I know they have them. So to me, one of the things I try to teach them is to listen to their gut and listen to their heart. Because their inner guidance will guide them. Because I said, you know what? You're not here to pay bills and just, you know, like I tell people, look, girl, you're not here to lose weight and pay bills because that's not in existence. That's not, if we listen to all the bad advice we got, that's all we'd be doing here. We're here to make a difference, right? So everybody here is here to contribute in some way. So then you have to decide what it is that you're doing. You know, like when I was told that I had to go start this theater in Boyle Heights, I was like, you know, if I was a logical person, I'd be like, well, how much money am I going to make? Like, well, maybe I should go get a master's degree in theater management, you know? And then I probably would say, why would I do this? I'm going to make no money, you know, right? 20 years later, I go, oh, wow, we've produced over 200 plays. We've started all these theater festivals. We started all these artistic movements in my community. We're instigators and fighting gentrification. Have I made any money? No, not directly. Was it logical? If I were to tell you how much money I've lost in doing something that has inspired a community, you'd be like, well, it makes no financial sense to do this, Josefina. Why would you? And I go, because I realized that investing in a community and healing a community was what I'm here to do.
And how can you put a price on that?
And how you could put a price on that, right? So I would tell you, it depends what you're here to do, right? If you're here to help people like who are incarcerated because of all these stupid charges with drugs and how unfair the system is now that marijuana is legal and all these white people are profiting off of it and people of color are in jail, and your job here is to help liberate all these people, then go to law school and you do have to go get a master's degree. But if you're here to do something else that doesn't require that. So it's really more like, what do you listen to? Do you listen to your logical mind or your heart? And the answer is always, you have to listen to your heart. And the reason is, you know, and again, I'm very graphic with people and make my point is, well, when the sperm and the egg hit, the first thing that starts is the heartbeat, right? This pounding, this heartbeat is what connects you to the matrix of the creator. It's a very spiritual thing, but this heartbeat makes all the cells come together and create you. There's a dance and a rhythm, right?
Yeah.
So this happens instantly, right? 5 months later, the brain develops in the fetus, right? So if 5 months later the brain develops in the fetus, who the hell was running the show?
Right.
It wasn't the brain, right? But we think the brain is who we are, and it's not who we are. The brain is the processor. The brain is here to keep you alive and to keep you alive. That's it. Keep you alive. And then the ego comes in, which is to keep you from being humiliated, right? But your corazón, your heart, contains the blueprint of your destiny, of what it is that you're here to do. So your heart will always give you a desire that maybe logically makes no sense. But if you listen to the desire, this desire is always guiding you to the blueprint that you created, that your soul created in order to have an existence here on earth. So for me, when people say, well, it's my heart or my mind, I go, don't listen to your mind. You know, I mean, obviously, if you're going to pay your bills and do homework, you know, like, okay. But your corazón knows what you're here to do 30, 50 years from now. Right? So I've been guided, and I constantly listen to this guidance. And people think, Josefina, I've been told crazy so many times that I wear it as a badge of honor. Because a lot of times when I do stuff, it makes no sense to people because they can't see the vision. They can't see that, like, you know, you do a theater, 20 years later, you started a renaissance. You do something amazing, right? Because your conscious mind can't think in that way. Your unconscious mind knows how you're going to do it. So you just have to trust that the guidance you're getting, and then also the other thing too is your ancestors want you to succeed. Your ancestors want you to heal your family lineage. So you're also getting guidance from your ancestors who speak through you through messages, through signs, through your corazón. And so for me, I feel the reason I've been so successful is because I am completely open to divine guidance of any kind, and I get it all the time. And I often say, you know, I surrender my free will and I ask for divine guidance. And random people out of nowhere will show up and give me the answer. Random people will show up and say, oh, I'll tell you where to go. And I'll be like, and I go, because I realized that whatever I'm trying to do, I cannot do alone. Part of what works against us is this belief that we're alone and we have to do it alone. That's our arrogance. And then we realize, no, we can't. It takes a community to do anything. Then we have to be connected in order to get the guidance. Anyway, so that's how I work too. I realize that, no, I'm just a vessel. I'm just here being used, you know, as a puppet for God. You know? Anyway.
Well, I have enjoyed having you here so much, and I know that when students watch, they're going to be so inspired by this play. I can't thank you enough for writing something so beautiful and impactful, and I just can't wait for it to be shared with as many people as possible because it needs to be out there in the world. So thank you for coming here.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for being
all the hard
with
work
us.
you did and all the things that you did that nobody noticed that you did. Thank you for all the corazón you put in. Because you know what? You've inspired me to realize how wonderful it is. Because, you know, I write so much stuff and then it goes in the drawer and then like, oh, I'm busy with other stuff. And hearing it on stage made me realize how beautiful it is and how it needs to be a full production and not just a play, but a musical. So you started something.
Yes, thank you. Let's keep it going because I want it to be a movie.
Yes, me too.
So thank you so much. It's been so wonderful. I loved having you here and I can't wait to have you back.
Gracias.